Hello, hello, hello. This is Cynthia Scenes, and I am your host for Mind Your Business, Mindful Intentions Nurture and Drive Your Business. And tonight, I don't have a guest because my guest had to reschedule for October 5th. And so I am excited that I get to interview this guest. He is a speaker and author, and he has helped over 5,000 students around the world. But tonight, he won't be able to make it. He had to reschedule due to some other conflicts, and we will have him on October 5th. So stay tuned for that. But I did just want to jump on here and let you know what was going on because it has been a long day and I had a lot going on. And I actually forgot that this was rescheduled. So I was getting all ready. And then I went back and looked at my schedule and realized that I didn't have a guest for tonight because we rescheduled. So I figured I might as well come on anyways, just because I have your attention. I might as well come and talk to you. So I hope everybody's been doing okay. I hope everybody's been mindful. I hope that through everything that's been going on, you've been learning how to mind your business, how to be mindful, how to be intentional, how to nurture, and how to drive your business. And if you don't, I just want to let you know that I'm here, the mindful coach, Tanika Elsteins, and I help people renew their mind frame. And you do that through transformation. And by transforming, sometimes you have to rework some things and you have to start new. And a lot of times people come to me and they want to start businesses and they just think that it's all about jumping in because they have this great idea and they want to start this business. But truthfully, having an idea to start a business is one thing. But if you don't understand how to run a business, the business will run you. And you have to be in the right mind frame to be able to run a business. And so I just want to talk to you about that for a little bit about how to be in the right mind frame to run a successful business. A year ago, I relaunched my business because for 6 years, I had been licensed as a neurological linguistic practitioner. And that's NLP, and it's about working with the brain and linguistics and understanding how the brain works and how our language works together with that. And I've done a lot of study and a lot of research. And what I've come to find out is sometimes there's a disconnect between our thinking and our doing. And if we don't understand how to connect those things, we will have great ideals, but we won't know how to put them together. And so when I relaunched my business, it was all about being intentional. It was all about showing people what it meant. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. If you want to join me live, girlfriend, come on and let me know, and I will bring you in because you have some great information about the stuff that I'm talking about. Jackie Johnson is actually from Modern Botanicals, and she is a business coach, consultant, and um, a holistic herbalist extraordinaire. And she knows all about what I'm talking about. And being in the right frame of mind to start a business, you have to be able to plant the right seeds. And if you don't have the right seeds planted, you're not going to grow the right crops. And so being able to do that, you have to sometimes ask for help. And sometimes we get stuck and caught up in not wanting to ask for help because we think we know everything. Well, if we know everything, then we wouldn't still be here. Sometimes we have to humble ourselves, and sometimes we have to look outside of ourselves to find what's really hidden inside of us. And so when I relaunched this business last year, it was in the wake of COVID. It was in the wake of people going through things and losing businesses, losing homes, losing incomes that they had been depending on for a very long time. And now they're at a middle of the road where they don't know which way to go. And so at that point in time, people started deciding that they wanted to start businesses. But again, you can't just start something if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a goal, and if you don't have a way to take action on it. And oftentimes, we don't even know where to look for those resources. And so I started to do some research and development. I started to do some marketing, and I started to understand what it took to run a business and make it be successful. So again, a year ago, I relaunched this business, and I just want to share with you these things that 6 years prior to that, when I had first became licensed in as a life coach in neurological linguistic programming, I was so excited and ready to go and start this business. And so I did this, just that. I just went and started a business and I didn't know or have a clue about what I was doing. I did a website and I launched it. And guess how many people actually visited that website? 200 in 6 years. 200. And I couldn't understand. I had about 3 to 5 clients that I worked with over those 6 years. And it was not successful. And I still worked a full-time job and I was on boards and committees and I did all kind of different things, but I wasn't focused on my business. I was more invested in doing things for others than I was in putting time and energy into my own business. And so I learned the hard way what makes a business fail. But I started learning the easy way what makes a business successful. And that's you in the right mind frame and having the right resources and being capable and aware of what it is and what you need to do to make that happen. And so I got together with a team of people. We did some brainstorming. We developed my website. We put it together. And on August 1st of 2020, we launched Your Full Mind Life. We would launch that with the intentions of mental awareness and helping people understand that mental illness is not something that has a face. It could be anybody that has something going on internally that affects their mental. And with that being said, I knew firsthand what that was all about because last March I had my own breakdown. And I'm sure those of you that know me, I've shared this with you. And it took a while for me to be able to share that. But when I had the opportunity to rest and to renew and do some self care, I was able to develop a plan. I was able to do the work that needed to be done to pour into my business to be able to make it successful. And that's what I started doing. And from the day that I launched Your Full Mind Life to now, we have had over 5,000 visitors from last year to August 1st of this year. And now, from August 1st to now, we've had over 2,000 visitors that have made their way to our site because of the market research that I've done to understand how to get that traffic flow, how to do the right marketing, how to reach the right people. Since then, the clients that I had 6 years ago has doubled. So now in a year, I have over 10 clients in a year. And I wasn't even looking to do that right now because I was just trying to take my time and develop this thing. But what I have is good and it's hot. And it's not just available where I'm at, but it's available worldwide. So I have clients all over the globe. I have people that reach out to me that I work with, that I help, that I engage with because of having a plan, because of having a goal, and because of taking action. I know now how to reach that client. That client was me. And I wasn't talking to that client. I was talking to someone that I thought I could help. But first, before I could help that client, I had to help myself. And so I know it's people out there that are in a situation that want to break free from whatever it is that's holding them back and they don't know which way to go. They don't know the right target market. They don't know the person that they need to reach out to. Well, if you are experiencing something, it's for a reason. It's because whatever you're experiencing is to help you to help someone else. So there it is, right there. Your purpose and your passion lies within you. You just got to be able to bring that out so that you in turn can share that with others and help them. And so if you have a business that you have in mind that you want to start, that you want to develop and you don't know which way to go or what way to turn, come to the Mindful Coach. Let's have a talk. I do free discovery life strategy plans. So just like if you have a business, you have to have a strategy plan. It's called a SWOT analysis that you do to analyze your business and what direction it wants to go. Well, before we do anything in the way of your business, we sit down and we do a life strategic plan. It's just like a SWOT analysis, but it's a strategic plan for your life. It's about where you are and where you want to go, where the middle is. And we sit down and we map that out. I give you a free hour that we can talk about these things. And after that hour, if you decide you want to work with me, then we start that strategic plan. After that hour, if you decide you don't want to work with me, that is fine. But I have given you a wealth of information and knowledge that you can take with you, and you can use that as a start. And I do that because I know how hard it can be to try to want to get somewhere and not know how to get there. And so I lend you that opportunity. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to start right where you are. Don't wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. Don't wait until you get in the right mind frame, because if you're not in the right mind frame now, you're not going to get in the right mind frame if you don't start working on your mindset. Change your mindset, change your life. Change the way you think. It changes your environment. And you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to move from the place that you are. All you have to do is change the way you see things. It's called perception. You have to change the way you perceive yourself. You have to change the way you perceive the things around you. And you have to change the people that are not helping you to get where you're trying to go. Because anyone in your life that cares about you is going to support you and is going to help you on your journey. But in order for that to happen, you got to first help yourself. I've been talking a lot about self care lately, and how we have to do self care. We have to take time out and we have to pour into ourselves before we can go pour into other people. Hey, Larita, how are you doing tonight? I'm going to get with you, girlfriend, because I'm ready to hear what Larita has to say. We're going to do a new segment called Larita's Got Something to Say. And Larita is going to come on and we are going to have conversations about what's going on and just her thoughts. And she is going to share with us, because Larita has had some things that she has overcome and some challenges she's had to deal with. And not only that, but she has lost someone that is very, very, very close to her. And she knows what it's like to go through. She knows what it's like to come back. And so her and I are going to do some segments where she's just going to share our thoughts. And that way she can help other people that are grieving or that are lost or that have been through things and are on a road to recovery. She's going to come and talk about that. And we're going to do segments. I don't know if we're going to do a weekly or monthly. It's up to her, however she wants to do that. But we are going to do that. And I know there's some people that can learn some things from her. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Hey, Ty. Ty has been a very great supporter as well. That's my cousin, my friend, and somebody that I respect and look up to, that always gives it to me straight. And that's the type of people you need in your life. You need people that will support you. You need people who will encourage you. And you need people that will tell you, hey, sometimes you need to slow your roll. You ain't going in the right direction. You need to slow down and you need to turn around. And don't get mad at those people. Take heed. Because all advice you may think isn't good advice, but if you listen to it in some kind of way, it will help you. It will help you and it will turn you around from maybe going in the wrong direction, and it will help put you on the right road to rediscovery. Which I had a client that had, or not a client, but a guest that came on and talked about a road to rediscovery and talked about the things that we go through on our life's journey. All of these things go hand in hand with who we are and what we are and what our purpose and the plan for our life is. And so we got to take heed to these messages. Right now, this year has been trying, but if you're still here, you got through it. That's a job in itself. And so applaud yourself for getting up each day and being brave to continue on this journey. Know you're not alone. Know that this life is here for us to learn and discover and to get through, because there's something greater waiting on the other side. But in order for us to get to the other side, we got to get there. And the only way we can get there is if we go. So get up and do something. Doesn't matter what it is. Do something that is going to serve you better in your life, so that way you can better serve others. And so that's all. I don't have very much more to talk about right now. I do have some interviews coming up. I'm going to be interviewed on a business podcast show on the 2nd of September. So when that comes out, I will share that with you. I did an interview called Don't Get Lost in the Laundry not too long ago, and that podcast ought to be coming out pretty soon. And when that does, I'll share that with you. And I was also on another podcast called The Mentalist. And that was the first time that I actually shared my story and my journey of what I've been going through on my self-discovery. and being mindful. And sometimes you gotta just be real, because that's who you are. And my husband talked about the other night, hiding behind the fig leaves. We can't keep covering ourselves up and hiding. We got to present our true self. We got to be present in the moment, and we've got to be aware of who we are. So that way, when we show up, we are showing up authentically, and we are being real. And that's how people accept you. All right. All right. All right, thanks, Larita. I will look forward to you. She is gonna get with me, and then we're gonna get that show started. And I know y'all gonna love it because it's something that's gonna just be refreshing, and you're gonna get to laugh. You might even cry. You might be like, "Whoa, them ladies is crazy," but whatever it is, you're gonna get something out of it. But, anyways, um, I'm just grateful that God has given me this opportunity and given me a voice, and helping me to create a platform that can help others. And so, if you are in need of help, if you are in need of a life change, if you are in need of a break, contact the Mindful Coach, yourfull1life.com. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you through transforming through the renewing of your mind. That's what it's all about. If you get your mind in the right place, everything else, I mean, everything else will fall into place. And I'm learning a new technique that actually is not a new technique, but it's a technique that is part of my NLP practice, but I never really tried it, and I've been trying it, and it is amazing. It helps you to be grounded and rooted, and show more gratitude and more love. And so, after I perfected a little bit more, I'm gonna share that with you. Now, I have a 21-day mindful journey, mindful challenge that I started on Monday. It starts at 6:45 a.m. I know it's early, but guess what? They say the early bird gets the worm. And if you get up and spend some time in meditation and doing some self care, the rest of your day will fall in place, and you'll feel so good and so refreshed. And it only takes 10 to 12 minutes of mindfulness. And that's what we do. We jump on. I open the lineup at 6:30 a.m. And then at 6:45 I start promptly, and then we are done by 7 if you want to ask questions. And normally, nobody really wants to ask questions, and I don't want to take you out of your Zen moment. So after we are done, we just end, and then you can go on about your day. But if you do want to ask questions, if you do want to learn more about mindfulness and how to practice, join me on this 21-day challenge. Challenge yourself, challenge your mind. I promise you will not regret it. It's free. Did I mention that? Free, 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 free to do something for yourself. Just get up and do something. If it's nothing but just meditate and practice mindfulness. So I have a link on Facebook and on Instagram, and you can also get it on my link on Instagram. If you just click on that link, it'll take you. It's a link in the bio. If you click on that link, it will take you right to the site, and you click on it and you register for the Zoom link. And not only that, if you don't want to register and get on there, you can get on there and not even show your picture, turn on your microphone or whatever, and just get an intimate session. But if you don't want to do that, guess what? I'm streaming it live on YouTube, because that's what I do. The information and the knowledge that I have, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it because there's no need to keep it all to myself. Whatever I have, I want other people to know. I want other people to understand so that they can be their best self, because that's what it's all about. So remember, you were created with a purpose. So since you're here, since you're breathing, since you're living, since you're being you, you might as well be great. So go ahead and do that. And if you want to be a guest on Mindful Intentions, Nurture and Drive Your Business, then hit me up, yourfullmindlife.com, or Tanika L. Steens. Here, I'll put it in the comments. Tanika L. Steens at yourfullmindlife.com. Yes, come and talk to me and get on my podcast and tell your story. Share your inspirations, share your creative, share your talents, because there's somebody in this world that's waiting on what you have. Oh, and did I mention I'm about to graduate college? I'm excited and I am encouraged on my own because I started college 11 years ago. I ain't even gonna lie. In 2011, I decided I was gonna go back to school because I needed to go back to school and I wanted a degree. I didn't know what I wanted to do and why, but I just started. And then I answered my call in 2016. And at that moment, I realized what my purpose was and why I had started school so long ago. And now, after 10 years, I'm about to graduate. And not because of not graduating, but just because I've been taking my time and I've just been trying to find my way and figure it out. And sometimes things don't just happen overnight. But I'm not going to take another 40 years to figure it out. I'm going to try and learn it right now. And so if you are like me and you want something better out of life, let's talk about it. I'll check you out soon. Now, go be great.